I am Brooke Boyd, and I am with Business Development with OpenCrowd. We are in booth 428, and today I'm going to walk you through our 360 view dashboard, which is OpenCrowd's approach to the next generation dashboard. What we're going to walk through today is how we will showcase the 5 key capabilities that we believe are important in the next generation dashboard. Those capabilities are visualization, analytics, collaboration, smart search, and mobile. So for the purposes of our walkthrough today, we're going to assume that I'm an investment advisor. If you're looking at the overview page, what you'll see in front of you is a screen that's going to give me my calendar, which will integrate with whatever calendar you currently use, so that if that's Outlook or Google, it will be pulling from whatever calendar that is. Or if you don't have one, this can function as that calendar. It'll also be interacting and integrating with your CRM and any other systems that you reference. So we're not trying to add additional 5th system, we're trying to consolidate all of your existing systems so that you only need to reference one. So the first thing I'm going to do is when I come in, I'm going to start my day and I'm going to look and see what meetings I have coming up. I'll notice that I have a meeting with Beacon Trust for their quarterly account review. Now, the next thing that I'm going to notice is over on my alerts, what pops out is the fact that I have an alert that also relates to Beacon Trust. Now, I've sent my colleague to this meeting on my behalf, and what I want to do is I need to further investigate what's going on with this alert. So if I hover over the alert, I'll get a pop-up box that's going to tell me what that performance alert relates to. This is also a way to trigger a workflow if you'd like to give some actions that should be taken to an individual. Next, what I will do is click on Beacon Trust, and you'll notice that the screen changes and takes me into the client detail screen. Now, at the end of this, I can walk through the customization that can be done for these various pages so that they can integrate with your systems. But so as not to break my rhythm with the story, today you'll see that I have my alerts and everything that relates to Beacon Trust outlined on this client detail page. So if I come down to the knowledge repository, the first thing that I'm going to want to do is verify that the target allocation has in fact been exceeded for this client. So if I go over here to research, for the purposes of my demo, we will assume that this top prospectus is the one that's relevant. Now, this knowledge repository can pull from any existing system. So it can pull from SharePoint or any other document management system you have in place. And it can also categorize, and it will tag and provide content as well as save various versions of these documents so that when you come back in later to search through, you will have everything indexed and categorized. So what I'm doing is I'm going to quickly flip through to verify that the target allocation has in fact been breached. Once I've done that, what I need to do is pull my team together in a very quick fashion so that we can get in front of this and address the issue before my colleague walks into the meeting. So any of the screens that you see in front of you can have a collaboration button. And the thing to keep in mind as we walk through this demo today is many of you may have collaboration systems in place. You may be using WebEx, you may be using GoToMeeting. Again, we're not trying to displace any of these. What we're doing is we're integrating these so that you can have this data searchable at a later date, and then therefore you can make it more actionable. So what I'm going to do is pull my team together to determine what action needs to be taken with regards to Beacon Trust in their portfolio. So Prashant is going to invite me. He's going to invite himself, actually. And we're going to launch a workspace. Now, there's a number of different things that will be going on in this workspace. And the one thing to keep in mind as well is that this can be an internal and external facing workspace. You can have the ability to interact with various customers and clients. You can also have different permissioning levels so that you can interact internally with different levels of management. So what you'll see that we're launching right here is the ability to have instant chat, video, as well as comments, whiteboarding, and mobile capabilities. So Prashant's trying to web me in. You're unlimited in the number of people that you can include in this collaboration, and you'll see that we're having this chat about exactly what needs to go, what's going on with this client. So if I were to have a colleague who wanted to weigh in on this workspace and was not available for whatever reason, they could come in at a later time and add their comments that then would be saved to this workspace and searchable later. So Prashant and I are going to have a back and forth about exactly what's going on and what action needs to be taken. And then once we've determined that the portfolio needs to be rebalanced, the first thing we need to do is notify my colleague who is about to get out of the subway and go to the meet with this client. So over here, you'll see that you have the ability to whiteboard, to highlight, to put commentary into the actual charting and graph, but also the ability to save and post this, so that what I can do is save this workspace and then post it so that it'll appear on my colleague's iPad when he gets off the subway. So going through the cloud, everything will be pushed to him, and he will be able to open up the workspace, see all of the dialogue and everything that went through, follow the paper trail, and determine that what the outcome is so that he can get in front of it before he meets with the client. So just to recap, what we've walked through in the first scenario is visualization, collaboration, light document management, and mobile capabilities. So for the sake of my story, now that I've put out the fire with regards to Beacon Trust, maybe I want to go take a look at analytics and see whether other clients of mine have had similar issues that I need to get in front of. So if we move over to interactions, we're going to move into a light OLAP cube. So these are analytics that can be done based on any type of filters or parameters that you're interested in. For me specifically, I'm interested and focused on interactions. The important thing to note is that you can also have a collaboration button here. So if you are in management and you need to analyze performance of a portfolio, offices, producers, what have you can also do that on the fly. So what I'm looking at is the fact that Beacon Trust was where the current issue was. We put that fire out. So now I'm curious about what's going on with Strand Estate. So underneath you'll see that I have my entire portfolio outlined, and then there are interactions. So as Prashant clicks across the screen, you'll see that they can vary based on what it is that I'm focused on. So for this scenario, I'm focused on alerts. And I'll say that, okay, it looks like Strand Estate has some alert issues. So if I click on Strand Estate, it's now going to change the type of filters and make them chronological. So I can keep drilling down and on the fly changing the type of analytics that I'm looking at. I can also benchmark specific clients against other clients or other filters, interactions, whatever's relevant for you. And then you can also collaborate on this. So to tie everything together, we're going to walk through how everything can be searchable now. So if I'm sitting in the office and I'm watching the news and let's say something happens in Japan, if I go to the top box here and I type in the word Japan, what you're going to see is a drop down. Now this is very similar if you think about how you use search today as a consumer. If you're on Amazon, if you're on Google, you're going to be able to provided, like if you go to Amazon for example, you're going to give a number of options and buckets that will relate to exactly what you could potentially be searching for. Now, it would make sense to have this relate to how you do your work in the daily course of action. So here, if I type in the word Japan, what I'm going to care about is what is going on with my clients that could be affected by anything occurring in Japan. So here it's going to give me my clients, my funds, and my interactions. Now, if I go into more results, this is going to be the search result page. So very similar to any type of consumer search that you do. On the top, when you get the results, on the right-hand side, it's going to give me potential suggestions about what I could be looking for. So if I just type in the word Japan, maybe I'm looking for clients with assets under management. Maybe I'm looking for client interactions. Maybe I'm looking for funds with assets under management. It's just going to give me some idea of maybe what could be helpful for me. Now down the middle, you're going to see the actual results. So everywhere that Japan occurs is going to be highlighted here. These are going to be documents, emails, interactions, comments, anything that would be included that might include the word Japan. Now on the left-hand side is where the filters, the faceted results will come into play. So here, it's going to give me a breakdown of all of my clients that have anything that relate to Japan and what those items are. Below that, it's going to give me all of the interactions and what those interactions are. So there's going to be 7 reports, 6 news items, 2 collaborations, and 2 comments. Now, if you're a salesperson like I am, oftentimes I might inherit an account or I would come in and I might not know exactly what I'm looking for. So in the event that you would need to do a fuzzy search or an unanticipated search, this is a great way to iteratively drill down, where it can give you more results, suggested results, and help you get to the answer that you're looking for more quickly. Now, the other key thing to note is that this is searching through more than just this dashboard. This is going to be searching through all of your systems. So it's going to be searching through your email, it's going to be searching through your CRM, it's going to be searching through your other systems, and catalog and indexing all of that data so that you can get what you want quickly. And then all of this is equally available on the mobile device, which for Sean will be my Vanna White right now. So on the mobile device, we use a technology called Accelerator Titanium, and everything you see here is built on open source technologies. So this is going to have a native experience. What that means is that when you use search, you're going to get the same results in the same amount of time if you would get them on the actual browser, but you're also going to have a native experience in terms of geolocation. If I'm in a meeting and I'm taking notes, I can take notes in the iPad and they're automatically going to sync back to my CRM so that I don't have to rekey anything when I go back to the office. Furthermore, I can do a collaboration so that I could have a video chat with someone back in the office, and I can drag and drop different parameters so that oftentimes when you go to meet with a client, you prepare for everything you want to show them, and inevitably you're asked about the one thing you didn't prepare for. So instead of saying, I'll get back to you, you can drag and drop the different filters on the fly so that you don't have to miss that opportunity to address their needs right there. So in summation, what we've walked through today are the 5 key capabilities that we believe are important for the next generation dashboard. And those are visualization, analytics, collaboration, smart search, and mobile. We are also partnered with Code Futures, who is 2 booths down from us, and they are doing real-time big data analytics, and we are the front-facing part of that. So please come visit us in booth 428, and you can win a bike, and we can walk you through and talk to you more about the custom solutions that we build. Thank you. Any questions?